I am in front of Buddha's Universal Church in San Francisco, California. My name is Daniel Warren, and this is my pilgrimage. The word Buddha means the awakened one, or sometimes the first awakened one. Buddha, or his real name is supposed to be Siddhartha, as history goes, after living a long life of searching. His search was all about trying to find the meaning of suffering and how to alleviate suffering in the world. He sat under a tree. And he sat under that tree for several days. He didn't eat while he was under there, but something told him that if he sat under that tree for long enough, that he would achieve what he was looking for. And as the story goes, he did. While he was sitting under that tree, he achieved what Buddhism calls nirvana, a sort of state where it's like supreme knowing. You just understand what the world means around you. And he sat under that tree for a very long time after he achieved this, because he was afraid that when he left the tree, that he would lose that state as well. But he didn't. And he used that sort of understanding to try to put words to what he had experienced. And that was what his teachings were, was him trying to explain the state of being that he achieved under that tree. And he spent the rest of his life dedicated to that. Today's sermon is called The Virtues of the Heart. No, The Beautiful Virtues of the Heart. I'm actually pretty excited to hear what they have to say about that. I brought my trusty notebook this time, so I will be taking notes so that way I can remember some of the finer points and relate them back to you. All right, I'm gonna head inside. I just got out of the service at the Buddha's Universal Church. The sermon itself consisted of like a choir in the beginning, and then there was a pretty quick sermon that was bilingual. So they gave it in both English and Chinese, and the way they did that was first they spoke in Chinese, and then they spoke in English, and then they spoke in Chinese, and then they spoke through English, basically through the entire thing. The main sermon was over pretty quickly. It was about 15-20 minutes. And then I went and did some individual study where someone basically just went over the Buddha's history. And then there was another lecture after that. So I was in there for like an hour and a half. Someone basically was there helping me the entire time. I got a pretty strong sense of community within the church itself. And then I went on a tour. I got some footage, which I'll be showing probably before this. The lessons that they really taught about was that it was very inner focused. They talked about karma a lot. Instead of focusing on, like when something bad happens in your life, instead of focusing on why me, why is this happening to me, why is this terrible thing occurred in my life, you focus on what brought it about and how you can change. And I really like that sort of growth-centered idea. They also talked about when if someone insults you or degrades you or you feel humiliated, that those sort of negative states of mind are all kind of in your head, and not to react to them. Just sort of, they inevitably will come up, and to not let them control the way you experience your life. And I really like that too. They had 3 images of Buddha that they didn't want me to take any film pictures of, so I respected them for that, and I didn't take that. But I did get a lot of clips from around the church, and so I am appreciative of that. I'm glad they let me film. When on the tour, they let me just film basically whatever I wanted, so that was really cool. Yeah, I think that about sums it up for today. Daniel Warren here at Buddha's Universal Church, signing out.